Yeah, let's give us some fucking Black Clover. Come on, guys, come. It's lasted this long. Not to mention as well, why are people saying, like, why are we caring about 24 chapters? I tell you why. One, the series has lasted a lot longer. Now, finally, it's past its predecessor, Hungry Joker, in the amount of chapters that it has. And I'm just so happy for it to actually do that now. Like, you guys don't know how much it means to me, because I fucking loved his last series. And to see that he's passing on, and that he's doing well. Not to mention as well, he got the front cover on the magazine. That's all I could ask for, like, you know, they're actually giving a little bit of respect now, and, like, for how, you know, like, academia's been doing well over here, and it's, like, got about, like, you know, what, 50 chapters or so to it, and, you know, saying, I'm thinking, like, you know, maybe in another, you know, 6 months or so, I think we could start seeing, you know, some Black Clover come out over here. I'd like to see them, like, you know, them push it as much as they do with Clover, and I really would love to see, you know, to finally own a volume of this man's series. Who knows, maybe like and push out like, hey, you can't get enough of Clover there, here's his old series, Hungry Joker. I'd love them to do that, but what can I say apart from Yuki Tabata? I know you're never going to be listening to this, but still, to the fans that actually care about your series and all that, you know, good job, man, good job. I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad, you know, you're getting success with this one. Now, already getting on straight on with the next arc of Black Clover. Definitely this necromancer, from what we see at the start of this chapter, seems to be very, very intimidating. From he's just like sitting down, he's like, yeah, I'm enjoying it, you know, like, it's just like, what a lovely view and all that, and it's like, you know, I'm more powerful than the Raws, and you just got this zombie behind him. He's like, you know what, you know, I'm just gonna start talking to myself and just start like crushing this whole kingdom, like on his own, with an entire fucking, like, he's got the Walking Dead behind him, like, there, and let's be honest, there's a lot more fucking interesting in the Walking Dead, because he ain't got Laurie, go, just screaming at him. And whilst that's happening, we've got the whole like everyone having a fucking clash inside, like, the whole like Magic Council area, where you just see like everyone's just like thinking, like, really, Asta, you're gonna try and act like cocky little brat or something like this? Like, you're gonna like say that you're gonna become the Wizard King, and like the fucking Silver like clan, like, just being pieces of shit. Like, you got there, like, all of them there are just trying to attack him, like, all three of them, like, all, and it seems like their specialty of their clan is definitely the war magic and like mist, and it's like they're all trying to throw it. And then even as well, like, you get to see like creating like a sand armor just to even block it. He's like, yeah, let's just, like, we're gonna calm shit down, and then these pieces of shit are like, he was just trying to restrain Asta from like shit going down, but then the fucking Silver Clan's like, no, he has to have these taught a physical lesson, so I'm just gonna summon this giant like water bullet like that, and Asta, he just did something that made me like pre-game like 9 times. Okay, dual wielding the fucking swords. He's got his big ass fucking claymore on one side, and he's got his nice ass small ass short sword like on that side. The reason why I like dual wielding so much, because it's sick as fuck, because when you got swords, you always got a dual wield too. I mean, fucking look at Zoro, fucking badass motherfucker, always dual wielding with another one in his mouth like that. And not to mention as well, one of my favorite characters, Haru from Raid Master, pulled that shit as well. I fucking love sword wielders so much, and it's just like, you think you're gonna stop me with your magic, guy? Like, you really think you're gonna stop me like that? And he's like, he managed to get that motherfucker on his knees. He's like, I'm gonna blast your fucking magic right back at you. You think you can do this shit to me? So I kind of like that it isn't an upgrade. It's just that he just keeps getting different swords. So that's very interesting. Like, the whole thing with Asta and like all his swords. Like, what actually, like, his just entire like grimoire is just a bunch of weaponry. So like, one can be like, you know, like a gun or something like that, or like spears and stuff like that. Like, I think like as sick as fuck as he had a bow in there. Like, you know, get a bunch of weapons in there. Like, very curious. Like, since, you know, obviously it seems like that one is used for absorbing magic, and that one's kind of used for deflecting it right back at you. Like, so I'm kind of curious to see like what exactly, how his like powers are going to develop like later on in the series. But when we saw that shit and like just like one of the fucking Silver family, like Nozel, it's just like, yeah, so solid. Do not even use your magic so willingly against peasants like that. And it's just like, this guy's the real shit. You don't fuck with him. He's got like the same power as like the leader of like the Bulls. It's just like, that shit looks pretty fucking powerful. And like we get to meet the other people as well, the Vermilions as well. Like we get to see like Velgolion and also as well Leopold Vermilion. And I that's the one thing I liked about like last week. Like Leopold looks like a badass in general. He's like, you know what, fuck this. You know, as they're having a clash, you know what, you're my rival. It's like you're just gonna be straight up my rival now. Because fuck it, why not? It's just like out there. Even Asta's like, the fuck? Even Yuno's like, it's, you want to rub that back down for me again? And I just loved when the Vermilions and just Silver Witches clashing, saying, look, listen here, we're both nobles. This kid did some good shit out there. Give him a little bit of credit, but no, because he's just a pompous, like, oh, you know, the Vermilion family's gotten soft. We're like eagles who soar through the sky. We don't give time for insects. No. I'm like, you pieces of shit. I hope Asta comes out there, gets those 2 fucking swords, shoves them each through your fucking skull like that. Yeah, and put you in like a Shiskabal. That will teach you a fucking lesson. Then the two is now about to clash. You see like their mana just like turning into actual animals themselves just behind. It's just like spiritually you just see the amount of power that these two are producing. They're just like, emergency, the capital is under attack, and you just see that necromancer just there fucking just destroying and wrecking the city. And it's like, I can definitely see throughout now this art, like we can see that everyone's gonna obviously work together and kind of put that, and maybe like I'm guessing that where the Silver clan are probably gonna go straight in, and maybe some of them are gonna get bopped. Like I imagine that's like gonna happen, and Asta's probably gonna save them, or who knows, even like Silver herself might even like pull and actually like save them. So I'm kind of curious like what is actually gonna happen, but I would like to see them like all like trying to like compete with one another. Say like, all right, the person who gets like the actual like most amount of zombies taken out or gets down the leader wins. Like I like them to do that. So I'm definitely kind of curious about like this next arc that they're going into with this guy attacking. So I'm kind of curious, like, is this going to be quite long this invasion, or is it just going to be this guy on his own? Because he's definitely seeming like a bit of the badass if he's just like, I'm just going to walk straight in on myself because I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, just one guy with a bunch of fucking army of zombies, I mean, that's kind of powerful. And he's got balls going straight into the capital like that. So I give him balls for that. But yeah, definitely awesome chapter. Fucking love pure wielding. I'm sorry, but that is a guilty fucking pleasure, like, of mine. Like, it's just there, guys. You know that, like, now Yuki's about is like playing with my heart because he knows, he fucking knows. Without too much fanboying going into it, I did think this was a great chapter, great setup for the Silver Clan, the Vermilions. Also, as well, getting straight into the action as well. Asta showing how powerful and like how far he's come from the start of the series, now able to dual wield these swords. Got one for blocking, got one for absorbing, and also showing as well that he has the potential to like either make, you know, even more weapons throughout the series. Maybe like his up to his imagination that he can actually create. Like who knows at this moment, and also as well maybe even like fuse with them, because we've been definitely seen from the start of the series with that whole demon and all that. So maybe like one of the swords is like got that demon's power sealed within it. So who knows what's going to happen later on in the series, but I'm really excited, and, you know, maybe Asta might tap into some of that power later on throughout it, but I'm going to give this one an 8.5 to a near 9. Like, this was a really good chapter, but definitely damn shit went fucking down in this one. But that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.